Today is the day that we get the engine out of the CB750. Not an easy task, the engine does weigh half an elephant. Now the reason I didn't do this in the very first video when we stripped the bike down is because I wanted to place the exhaust in the right system, which I have done now. So it's time to take the engine out, but I'm not going any further than that. I want to measure things again, so I'm leaving the wheels on. So it's pretty simple. On the right hand side they've made sort of a removable part of the bottom frame so you can actually get the engine out a lot easier, which yeah, thanks to Honda, that's thinking about people that want to service the bike at a later date, and that's good that bike manufacturers do this. But nonetheless, there's a lot to take off, there's a lot of mounts. I need to get the chain off as well. Obviously the chain is connected to the engine, I need to get that off. Whilst the chain is on the engine, I might as well get the little sprocket that connects directly onto the engine. I might as well get that off because it's easier when the chain's on, because you've got some kind of resistance then. That is my plan for today. Enough talking for me, let's go straight into it and let's get this bike in a better position.
Damn. Yeah. 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 Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I've done my back in. Oh, that is not good. Oh, right, so let me get this into focus now. Let me get the engine in and let me get me into focus as well. Alright, so we now have the engine out. Right, yeah, that was difficult. That was a lot more difficult than what I thought it was going to be. In hindsight, I should have probably taken the front and the back wheel off as well to make the frame a lot lighter than what it was. The CX500 frame and the GS550 as well is nothing in comparison to the weight of this frame. You know, you probably saw from those early videos of me moving everything off and taking the frame off the CX500. I can even lift the CX500 now. It shows you how light it is. With the engine in place, I can actually lift the CX500 off the ground. You know, it's a bit of a struggle, but I can do it. This, I can't even lift. I tell a lie, I could, but it's a struggle anyway. That is the engine out now. What I am going to do is leave the frame as it is, so I'm going to leave the wheels on for the time being. We are going to strip it down, but what I need to do next is figure out the length of the hoop, purely because the customers asked for it to be, if possible, to be one of these switch around seats, so we can have it as a two-seater, have a pillion passenger on the back, and have it as a cowl as well, so it's like a plug and play system. We can swap between the two as and when we need it. So I'm going to look at that. There's a limit to how much of a rear end you can have on Cafe Racer. If you have one that's too long, it starts to look a bit funny and then it kind of looks off balance. Your weight needs to be up at the front of the bike. Put a massive cowl or a long cowl at the back, it throws all the proportions off. So I mean that's the reason I'm keeping this as it is now. We've got the clip-on bars, we can put that on, the customer can sit on it, we can see exactly what goes where and how it's going to be. So the next steps for me now is to both work on the frame and work on the engine as well. So I need to strip the engine down from the top all the way down to the bottom, check everything. What I might do, which I should have done before starting to strip the bike, was test the compression. But so I'm going to have to put the electrics back in, or a few of them anyway, so I can get the, it doesn't have a kickstart, so I can at least get the starter to turn, and then I can take a compression reading from the top of this engine. Yes, I know I should have done it beforehand, but yeah, I didn't. So at least then we can check to see if we've got the compression right, and see if we need new piston rings, and also, yeah, it's another worrying thing as well about this engine is that the oil that's coming out kind of watered down, which isn't the best thing. You want oil to be gloopy, you don't want it to be like water. So anyway, a bit more investigation into that, and so the build will evolve from there. Next week I'm sure it'll either be the CX or the GS video, one of the two. I've not decided yet. It might even be another CB video, but I don't think so. I think let's give this one a break. Let's go back into the CX and the GS. Follow me on Instagram if you want to stay updated with what I do every day. You can see that then, and I will see you when the next video is out. I'm not sure what day that'll be, either Monday or Friday, depends what day this video goes out itself. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.